Hey folks, CD59 hanging in the cave day. How y'all doing? Around here we got some rainy, spitty stuff, you know, late fall going into winter, that transition. It's time to get this video up and running. I've been waiting on it probably close to 2 months ago already, so I've had some time to play. A company got hold of me through my YouTube channel and said, hey, we want to make you an offer. I listened to it, yada, yada, yada. I got on YouTube and I watched probably a dozen different videos, probably a dozen and a half different individuals doing videos on this product. And okay, let's do it. This sounds fun. What are we talking about? We're talking a name I've never heard in thermal optics. Oneleaf. Oh, the other side, we're on the camera. Oneleaf AI. It's a Mars MT1000 laser range finding thermal optic. Okay, right off the get-go, you can drop ungodly amounts of money into hunting at night, just optics alone. 4, 5, 6,000 is not uncommon. I'm going to call this entry level. Keep it in your mind at that. It's pretty impressive, though. It truly is. I have no experience night hunting. I've got nothing with thermal. It's all new to me, but we're going to take this thing and I'm going to show you what they sent me and how it works and some stuff about it. Not very big. I just threw it on my scale over there, right there as it is. 1 pound, 12 ounces. You know, a regular old 3 to 9, 4 to 12. Your optic is about a pound, so it's 3/4 of a pound heavier than that. Not bad at all. It comes, you can have it when you order it. I think originally they designed it with a 35 millimeter lens and then a 50 millimeter. And on their website, I think it says it's a 70 or 75 millimeter. That's in the works. You can order now and when it's built, whatever. How that's going to work, because I don't have very much room between the mount and this one, so it's going to have to come forward. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I hope when it comes out, I might have to get me one. Say right off the bat, it will ship with a mount, because you're not going to find a mount to fit this unit. You're going to have to get one from them. You're not going to buy one from Leupold or buy one from Weavers or something. Thumb wheels on the side, tighten it up. Kind of a permanent mount, I'm going to call it. You can take it on and off pretty quick. They did send me, and it is available. Oh, I'm going to scoot this chair over. Uh-oh. Okay. They sent me, and it is available as an accessory, a quick detach. And I'm going to show you what I did with this thing. I just took a pick. This was a Weaver. I had to widen it up a little bit. I made a Picatinny rail out of it. But what I did, I drilled a 1/4, whatever size hole, and then tapped it 1/4 by 20. 99% of your optic stuff, your tripods, that bolt that sticks up top, that's 1/4 by 20. Now I can just mount that on top of a bipod, and I'm standing out in the street corner with the tripod, and I don't have it on an AR-15, and all the people driving by are wondering what's that crazy son of a buck doing with that. Yeah, okay. Let's start with the lenses up here. Seeing we're talking about that. Like most stuff, if you ever have any cameras, you always got a button. I'm going to call this a bayonet mount because I run some Canon, and they come on and off the same way. You line up the old, you line up the old white dots and the white dot. White dot goes to the white dot, push the button, and there you have the 35 mil. The other day was the first time I ever put this lens on, and there is a noticeable difference in picture quality. Now, depending what you're doing, you know, South Dakota hunting coyotes at night, that is the biggest. That is the biggest thing. You go south of here, down in, I'm just going to say Oklahoma and Texas, they got hogs. God, that just looks like a ton of fun. Okay, focus on them. If you have any rifle scopes on the left side over here, you sometimes have a adjustment, a focus, a parallax adjustment. It'll have focus in it. Well, this would be the same. Sometimes they're on the front lens, adjustable objective. This is the same way. The picture out there, what you're seeing out there, can be brought into focus or out of focus with this ring right here. It's going to focus it. For my eye, about right there is where it sets 90% of the time. If I got to focus, and that's going to take me out to several hundred yards. If I got to go farther than that, that's about the extent of the focus range for my eye. It's going to go clear over to here if you're really, really blind, or clear over to here for whatever. My eye, about right there to right there. That's all I ever have to monkey with it. The other end, this is going to focus what's in the reticle and all the information that's around the reticle that's in the view. If it's blurred, you just tune it to your eye. Once this is set, you probably never monkey with it again. There's also the old accordion, the rubber thing that screws right in there, or a caplet on it. There's a laser. That's this guy over here, and a battery compartment. Batteries, they call it an 8-hour. And I'd have to say, yeah, it probably is. It's 18650 is what these big batteries are called. You can get extra ones off their website for $10. I didn't know that at the time. I went on, Googled it, and I ended up at the 18650 battery store. This thing comes in hundreds of different configurations, and I actually found a battery with all the exact same numbers. It's a Samsung battery. 4 of them with the little charger sent to my door, $32. You can get them from Oneleaf. If you order, you want another battery, $10 a piece. That's not bad on batteries. That's pretty reasonable, actually. They say it's 1,300 yards. I've hit stuff at 850. I've just never monkeyed with it any farther than that. All right, controls on it. The on-off. I'm going to say about 3-4 seconds. You got to hold it in and it'll start, and then it kind of loads. It's a computer with the lens on it. Think of it that way. It loads. Probably takes about 10 seconds total, but then, boop, you're on. The lens, kind of gold with a green tint to it. Yeah. You got 4 of them up here. This guy right here, you're going to go, I think it has 11 different color platelets, I think they're called. Palettes, maybe? Palettes, I think they are. This one's going to scroll through all the different colors. This one over here is going to light, dim, bright, going to brighten up, dim, whatever you want to do. Make this more pleasing to the eye, we're going to call it. This guy right here, one quick push starts the recording on it. One, hold it down for maybe a second and a half. It takes one picture. A lot of this control up here too is how long you push this button. What does it do? This one, let's talk about it. It does more than these 3 put together. You'll see, hope you can focus. Push, push, push. That little bit of movement, I don't know if you can hear that or not. That's all that button does, the switch in there, and then it rotates. Doing that, you push it real fast, just one time like that, it turns the laser on in here. You see it. Okay, we're up and running. I just cut myself. You push it and hold it for about 2-3 seconds. It brings the menu up. And then when the menu is up, you rotate down, 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 up, down by turning. You're on something. Okay, let's open that one up. Let's go through the choices. Enter, accept. I cannot, there's no practical purpose for it out in the real world, but when the camera's in record, you cannot open the menu. If the menu is open, it will not start to record. So like for the purpose of this video, I can't show you what I'd really like to show you. It comes with a cord, plugs in over here. It's a HDMI, a micro HDMI. The other end of the cord doesn't plug into anything I own outside of my big screen TV. So for the purpose of going through the menu, because it's pretty important, it's pretty simple, but it's pretty important to take a look at it, I think. So I'm going to plug it into the big screen. We're going to put this camera on, take a video of the television. What else is in here is a micro C. That's just the same thing you charge cell phone if you got Samsung. And a micro SD card slot. The cap, everything is O-ringed, so they say 100% waterproof. Not for scuba diving, I don't imagine, but you're out there in the rain and the drizzle, dust, dirt, it's completely sealed. Good deal. Let's back up. Okay, when the time comes, what's going on? You remember the 2024 season in the spring, the 22 ARC came out midwinter, the SHOT Show. As soon as I could find the barrel, I found the Odin Works. That's on my other rifle. That's got a Leupold on it, daytime hunting. This one, you remember, I did, what is it? It is Faxon Firearms, and I just went the cheapest hand guard I could find, just a round tube. Well, you can't attach nothing to it, so Midway USA, I got the cheapest one I could get my hands on. It has the rails on it with all the attachments you could put on it, and Bog with the micro rail, Arca rail. There we go. That will be on this. Have a dedicated daytime, dedicated, knock 2 pins, it goes on that upper, knock 2 pins, it's back on this upper for shooting at night. Let's, what else we got to look at here? Comes with, you know, I said O-rings, there's a bunch of O-rings in here. The small lens, this lens, that cap I took off, the battery cover, we got O-rings for everything in here. All the screws and everything to put the mounts to the scope, everything you need. And then that power cord I was talking about, not a power cord to charge it, that's just a USB to a C port. But the that HDMI, I think it's called, that is on my TV. We're gonna go hook it up and I'll show you what this menu, how simple it is. If you are a fisherman, you have a boat, you probably have a depth finder, a sonar unit, fish finder, whatever. This is Humminbird. Going through the menu on this, you push a button, bring up the menu, up, down, except, it's almost exactly the same thing. If you have one of them, you already know how to run this. It's very simple. Let's go watch some television. All right, folks, we just set up out on the street corner a little bit. We're about an hour before sunrise. What do we got down there in the clock? Oh, I can't see the clock right now. You notice the cars that were coming going? With the camera, you don't see headlights. Nope, you don't see white light. Let's see if we can find one of the local wabbits. Oh, come on. Went from straight south to straight north. Like I said, you don't see headlights. The camera does not see headlights. And we can get some color going here. We can find something with some temperature in it. We're going around to the east. There's the Yoder. Hey, hey. Couple of the resident rabbits. How about some zoom? I thought I had two of them, I only see one. Let's turn on a laser. Oh, whoops. .1 yards. Down at the end of the block, that's about right. Get out of that magnification. Magnification doesn't do you. I'm trying to find and identify, in my opinion, a lot of magnification, where it does when you're trying to hit that little bitty bugger with that dot with the rangefinder. All right, folks, here we got us on, we got her hooked up the TV. I don't have much of a cable here for length, so we're a little bit limited. One long push on that button, like I said, brings up our menu. Pretty simple, pretty elementary. Now that you got it up, you rotate that button. Whoop, I went back to page 4, page 1 through 4 up on top. Sharp mode, standard. I'm going to show you just some things that reticle type, one push of the button, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different reticles you can have in there. You just go down, say, let's go to this one. Rotate the button, push the button. There, we just saved it. We're on reticle number 3. Shot 0 is another one. One push of the button brings up shot 0. You have X-axis and Y-axis, and if you can read this cross bottom, if I got the camera set right, you can already tell what's going on. We're going to have 2 reticles here. The X-axis is the up and down. Excuse me, it's the left and right. By rotating that button, okay, let's push the button. We're onto the Y-axis. Now we're going to rotate up. You see what it says? Keep the white reticle on the bullet hole, on the target. We're going to take this up after we shot to where the bullet holes are at. We'll say it's right there. We're going to push save on it, and it's going to save it right there. I'm not going to save it because I've had this on the Gen 2 Ruger, and it was somewhat sighted in. So I'm pretty close right there. Long push on the button, successfully saved, and it removes you from there. Reticle color, there's 5 different colors. Position, this is kind of neat. One quick push. 6 different scenarios. And the way I read it, you could have this on 6 different rifles. Okay, I got this one saved to my AR out there. That one there. Number 2, you go down on that one and you save that. I could set that rifle up. Say you got an air rifle and you go out in the barn and shoot rats. That's pretty, you're over in England, they don't use pesticides, man. They got rat infestations. We got it in places in this country here too, but you just take it off, put it on your air rifle, go to rifle number 2, you're sighted in. That's pretty interesting. I don't think I'll ever use it. Or the same thing on the same rifle. Maybe you're going into, say, a certain environment where you want a different reticle, you want a different color reticle, you want a different whatever, you want a different zero. Maybe you want to zero the scope at 200 yards instead of 100 yards. You just go to your number 2, okay, you just changed all that. It's not something I think I'm going to be using a lot of, but it is there. Ballistic parameter, that's another one. It's got a ballistic table in it. Oh, I shut it off. Come on back. Ballistic parameter. Oh, ballistic switch off. Click on that, turn it on. Now you can go through. You set your you're gonna sight it at 100 yards. Velocity, how many feet per second? Bullet weight. Ballistic model, we're going to go G1. Ballistic coefficient of your bullet. Velocity, angle, shooting wind. A lot of that you're out hunting, man. You can't change it every time you take a shot. Altitude, you're going to be someplace close. You can set that at, say, 1300 for where I'm sitting at. Temperature, set it down at 40 degrees. You're within 20 up and down probably. You can set all that, and then some of this, there's when you have the laser on, the point of impact or the point of aim will change on here as the target gets farther out. That's something we're going to monkey around with later, but not too much right off the get-go. First focal plane, second focal plane. That's a pretty good one too. I leave it on first myself. As you're zooming in, if you want to see something, your reticle gets bigger with the magnification. Units, false color. We call it default over here, you know, whatever one. Black hot when you turn the machine on, that's what you're looking at. You can set it on, I think there's 11 different ones. Scene mode. Rain, forest, city, fog, snow. I think I read if it's below 50 degrees, you should set it on snow. So that's what we just did. Snow, yes, whoops, go away now. You push the button, you got to give it time to think once in a while. Okay, that's page 1. Page 2, movie mode. Yeah, there's a lot of different stuff on here. We're not going to. Your LCD, your brightness, your icons. Yes, yes. It's got a compass in it. It's got a gyro. Tell you if you got it leaning left, leaning right. If you're shooting uphill, shooting downhill. It's got a lot of different stuff in it. Let's just whip through them. Third page. Picture in a picture. The picture in a picture. Where do you want that picture in a picture? That's pretty neat. It's a more magnified view of whatever you're looking at in your main picture. You've seen it, people, if you watch any thermal hunting videos at all, you know what I'm talking about. We'll do it out in the field. We'll see it later. Auto blind, prevent burn, absolutely. You say do not point these things at anything at a source of extreme heat. You can burn the sensors in it, I guess. Lid calibration. Anytime something gets kind of squirrely, they say if you're going out, say, hey, I'm going coyote hunting, it takes about less than 10 seconds, close the dust cover on it, hit the lid calibration, let it go through. It'll give you better looking pictures. Brightness, stamp, dates, clocks. It's kind of neat. You got the time and date on your videos if you shoot something. Page 4 of 4, your version, what software is in it. They're always updating just like anything. Card info, format, language, reset setup. That's a pretty important one. That's why I wanted to go here. It's kind of ghosted out. It never does show up bright like every other one did. At one time I had all the controls on it, and I don't know what I did, but it wasn't a very good looking picture. I just went and I found this. I hit the yes, boom, I went back to factory default settings. Everything is fine and dandy. Very, very important. All right, let's get out of this menu. You can see over here, are you shooting uphill or downhill? That one over there, can you see that in the picture? Are you rolling right or are you rolling left, leaning left, I should say? It's not the fastest in the world, but if you're out there hunting and you're on a bipod, you're not going to be, you're going to have all the time in the world, basically. Get set up and then you're good to go. What else we need to look at? Up here in the corner, compass, which way the gun is actually pointed. And some of that is no value whatsoever. Some of it is just cool to have it. All right, that's pretty much whipping through the menu. All right, we're back in that same spot where we seen the deer the other day. The only difference, it's crystal clear air. Not a lick of humidity to speak of. Let's get that rangefinder going maybe. Okay, where are you at? There it showed up. 231 yards. Yeah, quite a few of them out there tonight. Let's try some magnification, upper left corner. 2 power. 3 power. You're adjustable on the objective lens up front. You kind of tune it in a little bit. Bunch of whitetails, does and fawns, I'm sure. .265 yards. Thunk. Right through the ribs. Oh, let's see. Should we go through some colors to see what kind of difference there is? I'll just leave it on this one. Go through the colors. There's your basic white hot. 271 yards basically. Some of these do show up. They had horns on them. I think you would see them. Now we're back to our, I think that's black hot they call it. Yeah. Let's go see if we can find them cattle out there. I think them were like 250 yards. What's this farthest one over there maybe? .401. Yeah. 400 yarder. Think the geese will show up? Oh, I found them actually. I heard them. Anyway, let's go find some cattle. All right, folks, the video's getting to be pretty long and drawn out. We're going to call it end. If you want to see more of it, I'm going to put more. We're going to go down sighted in. We're going to put more and more and more. Like 90% of everything I put on net for videos, it's going to be on my Patreon page. The next few of them with this optic in it, it'll be open to everybody. You don't have to be one of my paid members, subscribers. Go over there and check it out. Give me a few weeks or something like that to get some shot and get it on there. But like I said, you can spend a lot of money on optics. This thing right there, as you're looking at it, can be had right at $2 grand. That's not bad when you're talking thermal and you get an image that I'm seeing through this thing. Down in the link, down in the description, excuse me, There'll be a link from Oneleaf, 5% discount code if you're interested. Check them out. Thanks a lot for coming along. As always, I appreciate you.